What is the explanation for the malleability of metals? Metals, they're malleable, they can hammer into different shapes. So let's look for the options. A, the bonds are strong, something to do with the melting and boiling point, so no. The bonds are weak, no. The metallic bonds, they are strong. C, the bonds involve free electrons, something to do with the charge. So metal can conduct electricity because of movement of free electrons. D is the correct option. So the bonds do not have a specific direction. D is the correct option. The structure shows a repeating unit of a polymer found in some plastics. Which monomer is used to form this plastic? So this is an example of addition polymer. And addition polymers, they are formed from alkenes, so carbon-carbon double bond. So let's remove the ends and make a carbon-carbon double bond. So C and then H, double bond, C, CH3, CH3. Or we can write it CH2, double bond, C and CH3, 2. So A is the correct answer. Why is copper 2 sulfate blue? Option A. The red light is absorbed when electrons are promoted between the orbitals in split d sublevels. So that seems a correct answer because red is opposite to blue if we look in the color wheel. Let's go through option B. Blue light is emitted when electrons falls between the orbitals in the split d sublevels. Is not about the electrons falls back. His energy is absorbed and electrons are promoted from low 3d to high 3d, so B is not right. Red light is absorbed when electrons falls back, nothing to do with the emission. D, blue light is emitted when electrons are promoted, so nothing to do with the emission spectrum either. A is the correct answer, so red is complementary to blue if we look in the color wheel. Which molecule has a carbonyl functional group? Option A, we have alkoxy as a functional group, and ether is the class, ROR. In B, we have carbonyl as a functional group, and ketone is the class. In C, we have hydroxy as a functional group, alcohol is class, and in D, we have amino as a functional group, and amine is a class. So hence correct option A is B. The block structure of the periodic table groups element according to which characteristic? The periodic table is split into different blocks, S, P, D, and F blocks based on electron configuration. Hence C a correct answer. Which D block element has the highest number of different oxidation states? So the first D block element given is titanium. Titanium can have +2, +3, and +4 oxidation state. Manganese can have +2, +3, +4, +5, +6, and +7. Electron configuration of manganese is argon 4s2 3d5. Copper can have only 2 oxidation states, +1 and +2, and zinc can have only 1 oxidation state, +2. Hence the correct answer is B. Manganese has the highest number of different oxidation state in D block elements. What do all greenhouse gases have in common? So greenhouse gases, they absorb IR radiation and they are contributing towards global warming, which is gradual increase in Earth temperature. So let's go through the options. So A, they are emitted by burning the fossil fuels. No, not all of them. They absorb ultraviolet radiation. No, they absorb IR radiations. C, they are symmetrical molecule with no polar bonds. No. D is the correct answer. So they absorb IR radiations, which is the H1 NMR spectrum of cyclohexane. We have been given 4 options and asked which one is produced by cyclohexane. The number of peaks in proton NMR spectrum tells us how many hydrogen environment there are in a given molecule. So let me start writing the full structure formula of cyclohexane. 3, 4, 5, and 1, 6. Carbon forms 4 bonds, so each carbon is attached to 2 hydrogens. H, 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 H there, and H there. As we can see, there are 12 hydrogens, but all these hydrogens, they are in the same environment. Hence, we will expect a single signal or single peak. And our answer should have only 1 peak. And if we look at the options, option A, there's only 1 peak. Hence, A is the correct answer. Which is the mass spectrum of butanol, an aldehyde with a 4 carbon? Let me write down a structure formula. So we have CH3, CH2, CH2, CHO. So if I write down the molecular formula, so we will have C4H3N25, 7 and 8, C4H8O. So it should have a molecular mass of 12 times 4, 48, 1 times 8, so 8, and 1 times 16. So if I add them together, we should have 72. So we're looking for molecular ion peak at 72. So if we look at A, now B, there is a peak around 74. So now if we look at C, so there is a peak at 72, hence C is the correct answer. There's a tiny peak after 72, but that is M+1 ion peak. So the correct answer is C. The potential energy profile for a coffee cup calorimetry experiment is shown. What is the correct interpretation of this reaction? So we have been given energy profile diagram on the right hand side, reaction coordinate on x-axis, potential energy on y-axis. We can see reactant, they have high energy as compared to product. Hence this is an example of exothermic reaction, and in exothermic reaction heat energy gets transferred from system to the surrounding and the temperature of the surrounding increases. So let's go through the options. So option A, temperature increases, yes, and type of reaction is exothermic, hence A is the correct answer.